Hey, hey everyone! How's everyone doing tonight? Y'all, I'm excited. It's still light outside. I did good. I did real good. So how's everyone doing tonight? Y'all, I've got a super pretty project to do. I'm pretty sure. Y'all know that I just kind of throw these together. So here we go. Y'all, my name is Shonda and I am from West Georgia, West Atlanta. And I like to just come on and share ideas, y'all, with just some decorating ideas and some crafting ideas and just have fun, chat. That's it. That's what I like to do. Okay, so I'm going to be using tonight one of our transfers that I love. I have not got to use it yet, but it's called Life in Full Bloom. And we're going to use this one right here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Actually, no, I'm just going to set it right here for a sec. Just for a sec. Y'all, we're going to do some Mod Podging, okay? This is a little Dollar Tree flower, just a little wood Dollar Tree flower, okay? And then I got this basket, Hobby Lobby. It was $12.99 with half off. So, I love the tobacco baskets, but I didn't have a spot for a huge one, so I'm just going to go with this smaller one. So we are going to dress it up. Y'all, I'm going to use this inside, okay? And we're going to use this. Look at these beautiful flowers, y'all. Are these not gorgeous? I got these. Where did I get these? Oh, Big Lots. Yes. Y'all, I went to Big Lots the other day. No, I'm sorry. These are from the Dollar Tree. No, Family Dollar. I just read it. Family Dollar. $3, y'all. Look at this. I do remember now. Look how beautiful these are. Look how big. And one of them I'd already plucked off. But, y'all, for $3, you get all that. You get this one and this one. They're two different ones. But they're cabbage roses. My favorite. My absolute favorite. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to set those back here, too, because we're going to have to paint and Mod Podge first. So let's set all that behind me. And we're going to use these three colors, I think. Y'all know how I do. Sometimes I might, sometimes I might not. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Jim. Y'all, my family's so funny how they support me. I love it. They're so awesome. And I realized last night when I was doing videos, I was going back and watching one. I haven't been doing that as much lately, but I used to do it all the time to get ideas of, you know, what I was doing wrong or what I could do better. And I realized I need to talk louder. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess if y'all couldn't hear me, y'all would have told me. So, anyway, I'm just going to heat this up, take it off. Did everyone have a good day today on this hump day? I guess they call it that because you got over the hump of the week. I don't know. I never understood. I guess that's why. It makes sense. I don't know. And I guess it was for people that worked, you know, it kind of originated from people that work 9 to 5s, 5 days a week, I'm assuming. So if y'all are just hopping on, hit the heart button. Let me know you're here. Or just say hi by the heart button. That's fine too. And sprinkle, 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 y'all. It helps my page. I so appreciate it. I'm just going to sand this just a little bit because I don't like the way that looks. It's got like some little, I don't know if you can see it, but just as sure as I don't sand it, y'all, I'll get a splinter. I mean, I will get a splinter, so I don't want to do that. Not tonight. Okay. Alrighty. So, I am going to... We're going to use this piece of scrapbook paper. Y'all, these books that I got at Hobby Lobby, I'm absolutely in love with. Absolutely. So I'm going to try to position it to where a few flowers are on the outer, you know, like on the petals of this flower. But I really want this blank canvas kind of, you know, this wood look in the middle so that I can chalk on it. So that's kind of, I'm going to try to place that, you know, kind of like that. Which I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to be able to cut that out. Well, I could trace it, but see, that's the whole thing. I can't really see it. I'm just going to cut it out. I'm going to do it this way and just do it bigger. I think that should work. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure it out, y'all. That should give me some. I just want a little bit of the flower, you know, on the edges. I really like these flowers down here. I think that's good. We're going to go with it, y'all. We're going with it. We're going to roll. So I'm just going to trace it out a little larger than it is. And then I'll sand it off. Yeah, it was so pretty here today. It's going to be really nice this weekend here. Sometimes I hate to even say stuff because I'm afraid that there's some people that don't have the greatest weather, you know, where it's still cold and stuff. Ugh. I couldn't handle it anymore, y'all. I couldn't live up there anymore. Hey, Tammy. Okay, so I am going to just cut this out. Don't have to be perfect because, like I said, I cut it about a ½ inch bigger. Probably didn't have to do that. I probably could have done it exactly like, y'all know. And I'm going to leave the sides. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stain them. I'm going to stain those sides because I've got my wax over here. You got to cut it. You got to cut it. Y'all. My husband and I have the craziest jokes. It don't take much. Yeah, my sweet cousin today sent me a message and said he had been busy and he forgot to send me a message on my birthday and he was so sorry. And he said, I don't know if you remember or not, but when you were little, we came to visit and I called you Gigglebox. And I said, I do remember. I just didn't remember who did that, y'all. But it was him. And it was because I always laughed. And I told him, I said, look, I still laugh a lot. I think it gets me through life. Okay, so I am just going to, I'm going to do it after. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do it afterwards, y'all. Because I can kind of get it on the paper and make it look like it's all on it. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. So let's get the Mod Podge on. Get that in. Get that on. And so what I always do, y'all, is I do the Mod Podge, and then I dry it, and then I heat set it with my iron. So let's get some of this on. What did I use? Yeah, I used the matte. I mean, this wouldn't really matter because it's going to be under it. But y'all, sometimes I smell this stuff and I'm like, I don't smell it that strong. And then sometimes I do, and it's strong tonight. That's why I looked at it. I was like, is this the gloss? Is that why it smells this way? Goodness. I don't know about that stuff. I don't remember it smelling like that, but I guess it does. Oh, that was a little too much. Y'all got a little heavy-handed, if you would. Yeah, this stuff stinks. Wow. Okay, let me just make sure I get all the edges so it lays down good, y'all. I don't want any big humps, bumps, lumps in my paper. Okay. I think we're good. let's dry this some. Now I always dry it just to like the touch. Y'all, I missed some right there. Let me get a little bit of Mod Podge. I like to dry it to the touch, like it's sticky. You know, it's still kind of tacky. And that way it just works better. You know what? The heat reactivates it. Reactivates the Mod Podge. So it's the method I like to use. It's actually worked. Look, knock on wood, it's worked every time I've done it. Just as sure as tonight, it won't. That's okay. Y'all know I just move on. Alright, so let's get it dried up a little bit. And y'all, I've been doing some, you can see, you know, like the yellows and the sages and all those colors. I love those colors for the summer. So that's kind of what this one's actually going upstairs. So this is my French country motif. Hey Jana, hey Candy. So we're working on a, we're going to do a tobacco basket. Okay, and we're going to Mod Podge first though. I'm using this beautiful piece of scrapbook paper, y'all. Tell me, I love that book, that new book I bought. Okay, I think I like it there. I want that middle piece right there so that I can chalk on it. All right, so we just make our parchment paper, y'all, not wax, parchment. Okay, and I've got my little mini iron set on high, and I always go from the inside to the out. It kind of just keeps your paper flat, no wrinkles, which scrapbook paper does pretty good. You know, when I do napkins, that's a little bit different because it's so thin, but scrapbook paper is so heavy. You don't really, I don't ever have a problem with it. But I do just want to make sure my edges are all down. I go around the edges good. And then I will check it, make sure. Okay. We're good, y'all. Okay. So I left that edge on it. I'm going to just sand that off because I think it just makes a neater, you know, a neater edge. Hey, Jess. So just, you know, you take your sanding block and go down, y'all. Just sand it down. And then I am going to use that, my wax, you know, my bare wax I love, on the edges. And it'll kind of make it look like the paper itself is also kind of antiqued, or not antiqued, but, well, kind of antiqued. Because this kind of looks like old wood with some flowers on it. Just have some patience, y'all. The paper, the scrapbook paper, being a little bit thicker, you know, is different. Takes a little bit more time than your napkins. But again, the edge that it gives you, the clean cut, the edge, I like it much better. Y'all know I always say, go down, sand down. You do not want to sand up. The paper will come right on off. And I know y'all probably seeing the orbs. Every time I sand, I think of that because I watched a lady sanding and saw that, and I was like, oh my goodness, I wonder if that does it when I do it. And I went back and watched my videos. I was like, yep. There's like these little dust particles flying around, making it look like ghosts up in the house. Y'all, I have not worked out in so long. It is ridiculous that this just wears me out. Absolutely ridiculous. It is time to get back into the gym. Okay. Just a little bit more. Okay. Y'all, how cute is that? I love it. Okay, so we got our little flower done. Okay. Now let me, this is just my, you know, my Behr, what is it? Dark Antique that I love, love, love. And I am just going to use it on the edges, okay? And I always just use a little chipping brush to do this, because I do kind of like a dry brush method. Y'all know this is my favorite. And look, I have had this and used it so many times, and look, it is like still full. I mean, you just don't use a whole lot. So all I'm doing is the edges, okay? And I'm thinking about doing just a little bit of the back because you might be able to see it. I don't know if you could or not. If we do, I'll just throw some on it in just a minute. It won't take long, but I'll see if it does. But I'm just doing the sides because it's raw wood. And when I'm finished, I'm going to show you what else. Y'all, is the baby still doing good? Sleeping, all the things. Okay, so I am going to just do a little bit on the edges. Okay, and it just kind of gives it. Okay, so can you see here where there's nothing? Okay, watch. Now do you see? It kind of just gives it like a little old world look. I love that. I think it's so pretty. Okay. Now, like I said, if I need to, I can just do that. He's great sleeping in it. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So, whew, y'all. Got it all over me. All right. So let's go ahead and chalk this, okay? And then we can assemble our little creation. So again, this is our Life in Full Bloom, okay? There's 6 transfers on this one, okay? So you can use this on so many things. I know some of it says spring, welcome spring, hey bud, grow, let's get buzzing, hello. So really 2 of them, no, 1 of them. You could use the rest all the time. The spring one, you know. I mean, it's springtime right now. We could use it, but I like this one. On these big ones, I do cut them apart. Some of my other ones y'all have seen, I just score it and leave it on the backer sheet. But these bigger ones, I don't mind cutting them apart. Yeah, these are so cute. These will be really cute on a door tag, you know, with the hello on it. The Get to Buzzin', that will be cute on some tier tray stuff. I think that would be really cute. All right. Okay. So, this is what we're using. So cute. Now, I got out 3 colors. Bright white. That one is a green that we don't have any longer. It's called Jade, but it's kind of like our it's kind of like our sage or eucalyptus. Either one of those. I just have so much of this jade that I thought I would use it. But you could certainly get another color, one of the other greens. So, all right, y'all, you know we're going to fuzz, 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 fuzz. Thank you, Ashley. How are you? This one is a new one, so I'm going to fuzz it good, y'all. And I am going to wax this surface just a little bit, okay? Not a lot. It is really, really smooth. And I'm just going to do it so that my transfer, make sure it comes off good. But I'm just going to wax the middle of this right here. Okay. Now let me turn this iron off before I just burn myself completely up. All right, so I'm just trying to get it in the middle. Oh, y'all know it's terrible to try to do, but is that it? Did I get it? Did I get it? I think I did. Here we go. All right, you're welcome. Good, can't complain. Good. Okay, wait, we got something behind our little transfer, y'all. A little, I don't know what that is, but it definitely has it raised up. You want it flat. Okay, so I think I'm going to do my words in bright white. I think that's going to show up probably the best on this. And then my flowers I'm going to use on these two colors. Okay, my leaves and then my flowers. So let's do this. And I'm probably going to do this and then lift because, like I told y'all before, I think it's dry down here or something because my paste is drying faster than it normally does right now. I don't know why. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it sounds like a reasonable excuse to me. I don't know. Sounds logical. All right. So let's just get the excess off, and y'all, there's a lot, so just put it back in your jar. Doesn't take much. Okay. All right. All right, let's get that back on. And let's lift it up and then just set it back down. You know, I've done many times, but well, that's so pretty. And you can, it looks, oh, sorry, it looks distressed, which is what I love because this kind of looks distressed, okay? So that's just lift it up, okay, just like I did, very gently, make sure everything's good. Set it back down and do not press very hard on it. And that should do it. Okay, so let me do the flowers. Yeah, and then we'll do the leaves. I love this color, y'all, this pomegranate. It's kind of a, almost like a dusty rose, not dusty rose, but I don't know, it's a dark, well, it's supposed to be pomegranate, but I feel like pomegranate is a little bit more bright than this, but this is a beautiful color. So I'm just doing the inside flowers. Yeah, I've been watching the Johnny Depp. Woo! It's something. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it's something. Okay. Oh, there's a little flower right there. I didn't even reckon. There's two flowers. I'm glad I really looked at this. I'd have done those green, which I guess it wouldn't have been a big deal, but Y'all, my sweet mother-in-law, bless her heart, she has never watched my videos. So I told my father-in-law when they were over at Easter to, you know, it would help her. You know, she's having some problems. And so, anyway, I said it may, you know, may help her, make her feel like that I'm, you know, there with her, whatever. So, y'all, he put it on for her yesterday, one of my videos, and she was talking to me. So today I took her to the doctor. Let's see. Yes, I love it. Can y'all see that? Okay, so I'm going to set it back down again easily and do our leaves. So today I took her to the doctor, y'all, and bless her heart, she said, Shonda, now, when you're doing those videos, I don't know why you didn't say that back to me. I was talking to you. I said, oh, Connie, I can't hear you. I said, you're watching a video, you know, that I recorded. I said, but even if you were watching me do it live, you would still just have to type in the comments. You know, you can't really talk to me, and, you know, unless I couldn't explain all that to her. But anyway, in her mind, I couldn't, you know, I can't talk to her. She said, well, I was just talking away to you. Y'all, it was pitiful. I said, well, now you know. And I said, hey, you know what? If you want to talk to me, you just talk right away. I may not talk back, but I mean, how many times y'all want to just talk to somebody and have them not talk back? Huh? Yeah? You know, like your kids? Yeah. So, just talk, and you ain't got to hear no lip back. Just talk away. She was like, oh my goodness, okay, you can't hear me. It's funny. This modern technology for them. But I'm glad she can watch it, y'all. She's had some struggles recently. All right, get this last little leaf and let us peel and reveal. Let me get all the excess off. Okay, here we go. We're good. What did you use to get the paper to stick on the sign? Sorry, I got too late. Okay, so it's just Mod Podge. You know how Mod Podge, you paint on the Mod Podge on the wood or on your surface, whatever your surface is. This one is just a Dollar Tree flower, and you cut out your paper, and that's it. Look how pretty that turned out, y'all. I just like how it looks so, you know, kind of rustic. But yeah, Jess, that's it. And then you put it, you know, you dry, you know, I dry mine to the touch. And then I dry it to the touch with just a blow, you know, a heat gun. And then I put my paper on it. And then I put a piece of parchment paper. And then I use my little iron. That's it. That is it. That is it. Simple, simple. And somehow I got a little bit of white on my red, so I'm just gonna fix that. Y'all know how I'll just get a paintbrush in a heartbeat and fix something. That's just how I do it. Okay. Perfect. Y'all, I'm in love. I love how it turned out. Sure. And you can, you know, you can Mod Podge anything. And you know, you can use tissue paper, you can use napkins. Just make sure on your napkins you go all the way to the final ply. So if it says a 3-ply, you're going to want to get down to that only 1 ply. So you're going to need to pull off 2 and just do it pretty simply, you know, pretty easily. Okay, so that's what we got so far. I think it turned out gorgeous. I know the flowers are a little bit different, but I think I love it. All right, so I'm just going to let that sit over there and dry, y'all. Okay, and then let's get our little tobacco basket and see what we can do. Let's just see. Let's see. Make sure I got my glue gun on. I do. We're good. tangled up. Hold on. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Now, so here is my idea. Okay. So we've got our this. My idea is to hang this from here. Okay. Hang it from there. And then put our flowers around it. Okay. So let me go ahead and dry this actually, and then go ahead and poke my hole through it, because I am going to use the, you know, it had a piece of twine in it for a hanger. I'm going to use that same twine to hang it on my tobacco basket. And I'm going to see, I don't think you'll be able to see the back because it's going to be hanging on the wall, so I think it'll be fine. Okay, perfect. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm just going to use, what do I have over here? Pencil. Okay, just poke my hole back out. All right, so let me get this little piece that came with it. Just put it back in. Okay. And we're going to try to get this to work, y'all. Y'all know how I do things. Just willy-nilly crazy. However I can. So I'm just going to, I want it to hang out, so I'm going to kind of, let's do it on this side, because this side looks like it's more in the middle. This little, my one little strip's more in the middle, just so he hangs better in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be better. And then I'm just tying it on my little, just on this little, on that one, okay, in the middle. And then I am going to use a little bit of hot glue on this, y'all, because that way it won't slip down on me. It'll stay right there. Okay. Okay. And y'all know when I am twirling the glue gun like that, that keeps you from getting so many of the glue strings. You know how when you use hot glue, you get them nice glue strings everywhere. Well, that helps you. It kind of prevents some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Okay, so we've got this hanging in there like this. Okay, now we're just going to put these flowers in there, y'all. Let me turn it around. Let me see what I got. And let me get my little handy dandy wire cutters. I'm going to cut them long for a second and see what I need to do. Just cut some off. That'll just be the easiest, I think. Y'all, these are just gorgeous. Family Dollar. You know, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree, I don't know who bought who, but, you know, one of them bought the other one. So I went to the Family Dollar. Well, my mom went the other day to the Family Dollar and got, I have been looking for the, they look like metal tile. You know, like it's supposed to be for backsplashes and stuff, but anyway, she found them at the Family Dollar. They used to be at the Dollar Tree. Well, the funny thing is they were still $1. So the Family Dollar is, I guess, I don't know whether they, I mean, nothing at the Dollar Tree used to be marked $1. You know what I mean? Like, you just knew it was $1. Well, this was actually marked $1. So I was like, was it marked $1? And they had to put it at the Family Dollar because they went up on all the prices at the Dollar Tree? I was confused. Anyway, it's confusing. All right, so these are the cabbage rose, y'all. These are the most beautiful roses ever. So I am just going to work them out. And we are going to place them in here all around. And this is kind of what I'm going for. Hold on, let me show you. Now, I know I'm going to have to take them off the stems and kind of glue them on so that they will stay. But this is kind of what I'm going after. And I just wanted a bunch of roses. I love roses. I think they're gorgeous. And if you didn't want roses, you could do, you know, just some greenery. You could do, oh, I'm off the camera, sorry. You could just do some greenery, you know, something like that. You could do whatever. And I probably need to do a little bit of greenery in here, y'all. It's a lot of roses. But I love roses, so I really want that out. So there we go. And do y'all think we'll need some greenery? I don't know. What y'all think? We might need a little bit of greenery in here. Just to kind of break up the roses. Some of y'all, I'm thinking. We need a little bit of greenery. I think it's too many roses. I think I need to grab that bushel. I'm going to grab this bushel of greenery. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't planning on using greenery. I just wanted flowers, but clearly I needed greenery. So let's get some greenery. Let's see what I got. Okay. Look, I just grabbed a bunch, y'all. Let's see what I got. I mean, options. Options. Let's see. What do we want to do? These are kind of cool. These are really pretty. These are very pretty, but I think they're too big though. So let's do I'll put the greenery in first. I think I will use this probably this eucalyptus, y'all. This is my favorite from Walmart. This is the famous bushel of eucalyptus that everybody loves. It's so easy to use. It's just, and you can use it with everything. And I love the color. The color's got kind of like a little white to it too, you know, like it's got like a, it's not really a frost, but you know what I mean, almost like a flock. But that's the color, that's what eucalyptus looks like. You know how that's kind of, you see it on the edge? Almost looks moldy, you know? Okay. So let's do this. Let's go up the sides. And I will glue this. I'm just right now, I'm just trying to see what I want, see what placement I want. Okay. Actually, you know what? We may just go up one side. Just one side maybe. What y'all think? One side? I kind of like it on one side. It's kind of, I don't know, it's more, let's see what a little bit more on the bottom looks like. Maybe just down, up one side, and then the bottom a little. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just trying to use my greenery behind my roses, y'all. Kind of look like leaves. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to put it down on the table. I'm gonna have to set this down. Let's look. Let's see. Okay. So if we get this greenery behind us, y'all, I think that's better. Yep, much better. Much, much better. Let's put some right here so we can see that. And there we go. Okay. What do y'all think? What do you think? Is that good? Up one side and across the bottom, I think. I think so too, Candace. Like, kind of like that. I think that just looks... I don't need the whole thing full. You know what I mean? Like, this, I'm fine with that open. I think that gives everything kind of a... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think you can just still see it better that way. I think this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna glue this in. What do y'all think? Like that? Yes, I like it. I think so too. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna just use what I got in here. Put these off to the side and get them glued in. Now this will be the fun part. This will be fun. Let me get a little finger for my finger protector, because you know what? I will burn the mess out of my finger in just a second. So I'm just putting a little bit on these stems, y'all. Okay. Let's put this here. Do I have that on? No, I got it on low. Okay. All right. So we got one in. Okay, one down, 87 to go. All right, let's cut this one. Yeah, I think this is going to be pretty. Pretty. Okay, let me get this out so I can work. Well, I just pulled my glued one out. Let's glue him back on. That's what I was afraid of. That's why I wanted to get him out of my way. Okay. I can't believe I found these roses, these cabbage roses. They are some of my favorite. you know, just take your time and, you know, put your greenery, work it all in here. That way it, you know, it lays flat, all that. That's some of the hardest stuff to do, is just get your stuff to lay flat. Okay. Candy, how's your mom? I've been thinking about her, praying for her. Alright, the glue stick. And y'all know, just a little hack with glue sticks. When you're putting a new one in, just put like a little dab on one end of your new stick, literally just a little bit, before you put it in. And it will, well, never mind. I've still got some sticking out. But just that little tip, y'all. It will, it'll adhere to the other one. So it makes it much easier. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can cut this one off a little closer to the edge and glue it on that way. And so much of the stem is a little bit harder when you're trying to glue it in. Good, she's home and recovering. Awesome, that's awesome news. Awesome, awesome news. Okay, let's get the rest of these out. So have y'all ever made wreaths or anything like that? Any of y'all? I know, Tammy, if you're still on here, you have. I saw yours. So wreaths and things like this are time consuming, y'all. But it's so worth it. They're time consuming though. I just burnt the snot out of my finger. And I mean, I have a thing on. I need to make a new one. You got your spring one, right? Look, Tammy, go to like the Dollar General or the dollar store and find a wreath, you know, from the past season, and spruce it up, redo it. That's what I do. It's it works. It works, it works. And it's cheaper. Much cheaper. The biggest thing is just making sure your hot glue dries so that it will stay. Alright, let's get a little more greenery. I'm just putting a little bit of hot glue on it, not a ton. I mean, it'll, once you get them kind of in here, they kind of hold themselves. And I'm not going to put a bow on it. If I didn't put all the flowers, you know, or I would have, but I don't think it needs a bow with all these flowers on there, y'all. Put some glue back here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, that glue is hot, hot, hot. Hot. Tammy, I'm sure you're in like wedding mode. You're probably not even hardly thinking about anything else until that's done. I can only imagine. I have 3 boys, so and none of my boys are married. So they, we haven't had to do weddings yet. Not yet. Probably one day. Okay, so I think I'm going to put one more rose here, and maybe I'll look at it and see if I need any more greenery. I think we're going to put one more rose. Actually, I think I am going to put just a little bit more green right here. This one. Well, I just broke that one off. That one actually may work though. I just wanted a little bit more up here. I did all the flowers for the wedding. Oh, wow. So you've already got those done. That's one thing you can mark off your list. Okay, now I can show you. So just put a little bit, okay, literally just like a little dab, okay? And then when you stick it in here, it actually sticks to your other one. And then it works better. Just a little hack. Okay, let me get these glue strings out of here, y'all. As much as you try not to have them, you still gonna have them. It's just the way it is. All right, let's get this last one on here. Let's get my little board out. What? I knew I was going to knock one off when I did that. That's okay. Just want that one not peeking out of there so much. I want this kind of like that. Now, well, okay, y'all, this is gonna fall apart on me now. I need to put a little more glue right here. Get that one really glued in there. Okay, there we go. There we go, y'all. There you have it. And the glue is still not dry completely. I need to dry it some more, but I love it. What do y'all think? I think it's beautiful. I'm going to hang it. I will probably just hang it with a nail in the back, or, you know, like here. I'm not going to use a piece of, you know, anything like that because I like the handles. But this is it. And I may put, I don't know, may put a little more green. Hold on. I'll stick it in here for right now, and then I'll glue it in when I'm done. But I think it needed just a little more greenery right there. Yes, it did. So, that's it. Hey, Mom. You missed my flower project. So, if you like it, hit the heart button. I appreciate it. And sprinkle the love with your friends. That means the SHARE button. I do appreciate that as well. But this is it, y'all. Live life in full bloom. Love it. Thank y'all for watching. And I will be back tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Bye.